My name is Paul Argenti, and I'm a professor of corporate communication at the Tuck School of Business, where I teach management and corporate communication, corporate responsibility, and healthcare management. If a company could only focus on one thing, I'd say they ought to be focused on their internal communications activities with employees. Every constituency is important. We have to be able to make money, so if we can't make money, everything goes away. So shareholders are important. And certainly customers are important in not just marketing, but in the overall strategy of an organization. But it's the employees that are most critical right now in times like this, because they are our ambassadors to our customers. They are the future of the organization. We really can't do anything unless we're handling the internal audience well, unless we're treating them as assets and not liabilities. How do I communicate in an environment where everything has changed? People's attitudes have changed, people's purchasing power has changed, people's interests have changed, their understanding of what they need has changed. Brands need to be more empathetic with the audience they're communicating with than they might have been in the past. I think a lot of us do not realize what the toll is on everyone's psyche as a result of what we've all gone through. So my hope is that there'll be a little bit more empathy for consumers and if it's a corporate brand, for the people who are looking at the organization maybe with fresh eyes for the first time. And I think what they're looking for is information when they really need it, information when there's something new to announce. The best thing that you could be doing is trying to communicate when you really need to about the things that people are really interested in, being as transparent as possible, talking to people about how you're making the decisions that you're making, and keeping the message simple. And that has nothing to do with the creative. And marketing people just don't seem to understand that you could have the most beautiful advertisement in the world, but what really is the most important part of any communication is the communication strategy behind it. What are we trying to get our audience to do? Who are we? What is the right channel for that message? And then how do we measure success? That kind of focus on scenario planning that allows us to think about predictable surprises, but everything will be finer for those organizations that are taking seriously what is going on and have prepared for it as much as they possibly could, as early as they possibly could. They did work from home right away. They thought about the financial ramifications of what they're doing. They explained to people what the decision-making process is like and why they choose one thing over another. And if you do that, people will understand. Even if it's not the right thing for them individually, they understand how you made the decision. It's when you hide things or you try to call it, project forward, and it's really project 2 steps back, that you're going to lose your, whatever it is, your employees, your customers, your shareholders, everybody. I don't think that it's easy to teach an organization how to be more resilient. But one of the things that you have to do is have leadership that can allow people the freedom to be resilient. And what that requires is not focusing on the negative aspects of what's going on, but focusing on the positive, focusing on why the future will be bright for not just the organization, but for individuals as well. And I think what that requires is organizations to understand how important it is to focus on the people and to make them understand that we're going to get through this. And because the organization is strong and the fundamentals of the organization are strong, we're going to be even stronger as a result of going through this together, because we've learned something about ourselves and we shared an experience together that is unbelievable.